JP, Morgan's 2026 Emerging Technology Trends Report. This is the definitive look at the technologies that will reshape enterprise, AI, and infrastructure over the next 12 months and beyond. The report opens with a clear message: context-driven architectures will be everything. Success in enterprise AI now depends on enabling agents to securely access the right data and tools. Inference demand continues to drive infrastructure build-out, and the old way of switching between apps is ending. Intent is the new interface. The report is organized into 4 major predictions. First, context-driven architectures will dominate, covering physical AI, private market data insights, knowledge graphs, data formats for AI, context engineering, reinforcement learning environments, and more. Then, inference demand drives continued AI infrastructure innovation, including quantum computing. The third prediction: the end of app switching. Intent is the new interface. This covers agentic browsers, AI-native workspaces, generative user experiences, multimodal social listening, and agentic wearables. Finally, AI-powered simulation enhances testing with synthetic users and proactive attack simulation. Now, deep into the first major trend. Context-driven architectures are the foundation for everything that follows. Without the right context at the right time, even the smartest AI will fail. Physical AI brings intelligence into the real world. Robots and smart devices perceive, reason, and act using sensors and edge computing. Through simulation and reinforcement learning, these systems learn physics, geometry, and causality, then transfer that knowledge to hardware. The market for physical AI is projected to exceed $370 billion by 2040. Applications include smart buildings, autonomous warehouse robots, predictive maintenance, and edge AI infrastructure. It's not just software anymore. AI is getting a body. Private market data has traditionally been locked inside walled gardens. New data exchanges, built on proprietary entity frameworks, allow buying and selling of transactional data on a consumption model. AI agents can now trade data insights like securities. This market is growing at over 14% annually, reaching $18 billion by 2030. The shift enables verifiable data, broader access, and automated AI research agents. Data becomes an asset class, and traditional providers may be disrupted. Knowledge graphs are reshaping enterprise data strategies. They provide persistent memory and shared business semantics, grounding AI outputs and reducing hallucinations. Graph RAG combining vector search with graph reasoning is becoming standard. Larger enterprises now use end-to-end knowledge graph suites that sit on top of data lakehouses. Snowflake's open semantic initiative is driving standards for how entities and policies are described. The semantic layer is converging with AI needs. For a decade, formats like Parquet and Avro dominated analytics, but they were built for structured batch workloads. AI and agentic applications need new formats for multimodal data, images, video, documents. Enter Lance, Nimble, and Vortex. Unstructured data now accounts for 80 to 90% of all new enterprise data. Netflix has adopted Lance for its multimodal data lake. The Apache Iceberg community is working on a pluggable interface to support these new AI-native formats. Context engineering has replaced simple prompt engineering. It orchestrates information and tools around LLMs to deliver accurate, domain-specific results. The challenge is managing the context. Window models have a finite attention budget. New techniques like compression, scratchpads, and sub-agent architectures help. The Model Context Protocol, or MCP, has emerged as a universal standard like a USB-C port for AI agents. Anthropic's skills provide procedural knowledge on demand. Reinforcement learning (RL) is what turned simple chat models into reasoning agents. RL provides an environment, tools, and a reward signal. Now, RL as a service platforms allow enterprises to train custom agents for real-world tasks. Anthropic plans to spend over $1 billion on RL environments. Traditional data labeling companies are expanding into RL. Even GPU cloud providers are acquiring RL startups. The value is shifting from base models to reward design and high-fidelity environments. Context engineering is transforming software development. Skills, knowledge graphs, and episodic memory are being applied across the entire lifecycle. AI developer tools now generate wiki pages with data flow diagrams and architecture maps of code repositories. Episodic memory allows AI coding tools to remember past sessions. Used together, these techniques dramatically speed up development, though they may also increase costs due to higher agent usage. The way we build software is fundamentally changing. As AI shifts from isolated models to interconnected agents, protocols like MCP, A2A agent-to-agent, and App2 agent payments protocol are emerging. They enable cross-platform communication, tool access, and collaboration. Standardization is finally arriving. But more tools also mean more tokens and higher costs. The industry expects maturity over time. By 2026, Gartner predicts 75% of API integrations will use these protocols for stability and new requirements. Agentic SRE uses AI agents to monitor, diagnose, and help remediate system issues 24/7. They can search logs, perform root cause analysis, and provide confidence ratings, reducing mean time to repair. Human initiation is still needed for fixes, but the automation is advancing. Key players include Deductive, Traversal, Resolve AI, and Dynatrace. Each focuses on different strengths: code-aware observability, tribal knowledge integration, or platform-native copilots. The goal is to reduce downtime and improve customer satisfaction. Traditional observability metrics, logs, traces is not enough for AI workloads. We need new measurements: token usage, response quality, model drift, and compliance. Traces are especially powerful for tracking agent decision flows across multiple steps. The Open Inference specification, built on OpenTelemetry, now enables tracing of AI applications. Incumbent observability vendors are adding LLM monitoring, while AI-native startups have seen significant funding and acquisitions. Observability is the backbone of production AI. Data is no longer static; it flows through prompts, memory, embeddings, and knowledge graphs. Data-centric security moves controls from storage to the data itself. Attributes like sensitivity labels travel with the data, enabling dynamic policy enforcement. Data security posture management tools now scan AI inputs, vector embeddings, and agent memory. Confidential computing creates trusted execution enclaves. Dynamic tokenization protects data while still allowing model interaction. Security must move at the speed of AI. When an AI agent acts on your behalf, identity must bind three things: the agent, the human requester, and the intent. This is Know Your Agent Kaya. Access is downscoped to least privilege, granted just in time, and revoked immediately after use. In multi-hop workflows, authorization must persist across every step. Salesforce predicts agentic AI adoption will grow 327% by 2027, with leaders redeploying a quarter of their workforce. IAM must evolve beyond perimeter controls into a shared, cross-platform standard. Humans remain the top cybersecurity risk, not just from malicious targeting, but from honest errors like sharing a document with the wrong person. AI-powered training now simulates deepfakes and voice clones. Behavioral signals become a security control. 74% of CISO rank human error as their top risk. Google has partnered with Doppel for brand protection. The browser itself becomes a policy enforcement point. Human behavior observed in real time determines whether an action is allowed. The second major prediction: Inference demand shows no signs of slowing. Compute architectures will evolve into hybrid classical quantum workflows. The infrastructure build-out that began years ago is still accelerating. Innovation spans 4 areas. New power generation, including small modular nuclear reactors. New data center designs with liquid cooling. New silicon architectures for inference at the edge, and enabling technologies like optical networking and disaggregated storage. Global AI infrastructure capex surpassed $400 billion in 2025, and 2026 projections exceed $600 billion. Hyperscalers are co-locating data centers with nuclear microreactors and geothermal plants. Custom AI silicon is gaining real adoption. To manage inference at scale, the industry is turning to cloud-native tools Linux, Kubernetes, and open-source inference engines like vLLM. Techniques like KV cache optimization, paged attention, and continuous batching make LLMs faster and cheaper. The inference optimization market is projected to exceed $100 billion over 5 years. New frameworks like LLMD and disaggregated serving are emerging. The convergence of training and inference runtimes will abstract complexity and drive broader AI adoption. Quantum computing is moving from research to real-world use. Recent breakthroughs like Google's Willow processor and Quantinuum's fault-tolerant gates signal a new phase. Fault-tolerant quantum computers are expected by 2028 to 2030. Leading players estimate that 1 million noisy qubits could break current cryptography. PsiQuantum has raised $1 billion toward that goal. Quantum computers will generate data beyond classical simulation, feeding AI models for scientific discovery. The third major prediction, the end of app switching. Intent becomes the new interface. Users will stop navigating between tools. They will inhabit a single AI-native environment that anticipates, executes, and transacts across every modality. Agentic browsers are transforming web navigation. Instead of searching, opening tabs, and filling forms, you state your intent. The browser handles the rest, summarizing, booking, comparing products. The browser becomes a personal AI assistant. The global AI browser market is projected to grow from $4.5 billion to nearly $77 billion by 2034. Google and Microsoft are embedding AI, while AI-native challengers are redefining the category. 42% of enterprise leaders are already experimenting. AI-native workspaces embed agents directly into the flow of work. Instead of switching between spreadsheets, email, and chat, you interact conversationally. Agents monitor projects, surface insights, and execute actions, proactively acting as digital coworkers. Microsoft and Google are extending Copilot and Gemini across their suites. AI-first startups are building collaboration environments with persistent memory. Agentic wearables will extend these workspaces beyond the desktop, capturing meeting context on the move. Generative user interfaces, GenUIs dynamically generate layouts and content in real time based on user behavior and intent. Two users may see completely different interfaces, each optimized for their specific needs at that moment. 91% of consumers prefer brands that offer personalized experiences. Companies using AI-driven personalization see a 35% increase in purchase frequency. The next frontier, websites that reconfigure themselves based on who you are, the weather or stock market moves. Text-only social listening is obsolete. Multimodal AI now analyzes video, audio, and images, detecting brand logos in untagged videos, sentiment in podcast voices. This closes the intelligence gap and enables real-time, proactive brand management. Over 60% of screen time is video. 82% of internet traffic will be video by end of 2026. 85% of people have bought a product after watching a video. The multimodal AI market will reach nearly $3 billion this year, and it's essential for staying relevant. Agentic wearables go beyond data collection, they act. Smart bands, AR glasses, and discrete earpieces sense your environment, interpret intent, and automate tasks. They transcribe conversations, provide reminders, and offload cognitive burden. The market is expected to grow over 27% annually. Privacy is the key challenge. Robust encryption and on-device processing are essential. For enterprises, these devices boost productivity but require careful data governance and user consent. The fourth prediction: organizations will rely on advanced simulations to test products, processes, and scenarios before real-world deployment. These virtual environments enable continuous, scalable experimentation from user interactions to cyber attacks. Synthetic users are LLM-powered virtual personas that mimic real people, their beliefs, preferences, and actions. They can complete surveys, test marketing materials, or even interact inside simulated environments. UI/UX teams use them to validate workflows before launch. The market is evolving from simple research wrappers to multimodal agentic simulations, where multiple synthetic agents interact with live websites and apps. These platforms are beginning to compete with traditional consumer research and survey tools. Attackers now weaponize vulnerabilities faster than patches can be released. The new defense is continuous attack simulation using real-time telemetry to build a digital twin of your entire enterprise. AI agents emulate attacker tactics dynamically as your infrastructure changes. Amazon has unveiled autonomous threat analysis, where multiple AI agents compete to attack a simulated environment. Emerging startups are building exposure management platforms that think like attackers. The goal: autonomous security built for the age of AI. That concludes the 2026 Emerging Technology Trends Report from J.P. Morgan. From physical AI to quantum computing, agentic browsers to synthetic users, these are the trends that will define the next era of enterprise technology. Thanks for watching.